Hello class, this is Michael Bain for Java 1 1314. So I guess I'm going to start with my code first. First of all, this month I should say, this is my second time around, and first month just went too fast. I got to the second week and third week I got to actually, and it was just too much. It was coming too fast. I wasn't familiar with some of the coding terms in which having iOS for the last maybe 6 months or whatever. Somehow I was able to get by without knowing, what a getter and what a setter is. You know, I I was able to visually see what its function was, but we used a lot of videos, and I think in Java 1 it's a lot of technical reading, and if you don't know those words, what they mean, getters, setters, stuff like that. If you don't know those words and what they mean and how they apply to your functionality that you're trying to achieve in your application, it's really hard because it's basically you got to read everything, and that's the only way it's explained. But anyway, I got a better understanding this time around as I was able to achieve everything in the rubric for this first assignment. So I'm declaring some variables. Add text item to the list view. This is where I have my if my conditionals here. If my skate array contains a duplicate item that's being being inputted by the user, it won't let it add it, and it'll say that that item has already been added. Else if the user tries to enter an empty string, then toast of enter something will pop up, so you can't hit the button when nothing has been inputted into the text field. And if everything is good, you're entering a valid item, then it runs. My array adapter adds it to the skate array, and then I have my average method, which is called here, which is down here actually, and it averages basically it averages the characters of every item, every string in the skate array. So basically, I'm taking a string, a variable, and I'm making a string out of all the characters in the array, and it does the averaging math, and it prints it out in the text view here. And then I call it up here, and right here is a list count. Keeps track of every item, how many items are in my array, so I can print that out so I can display that. I'm sorry, in a text view. This gets the position of the item that was clicked. So if I click on the first item, it gives me the information, all the data for that item, so I could display it in a list view or alert view. Yeah, that's basically it for my code. This is my my design, my buttons. So I'll start my app. Okay, so I'm gonna add Ableton Live. You click, user can enter whatever they want, and it'll update my array, and it shows the average word length. There's 12 characters. There's one item in the array at the moment. So if I add another one, say if I add Cubase, you see the average change, and I have 2 items in the array. If I try to add nothing, it says enter something, it won't let you add anything, and a toast pops up. And if I try to duplicate an item, it says Cubase has already been added, and it won't let me add anything. Okay, and also alright, Pro Tools, to show that once I click that, this goes back to the default setting of the add new item hint. And if I select one of the items that says you have selected Ableton Live, that's what I selected, and you can dismiss it with the OK button. That must be acknowledged. You have selected Pro Tools. And I think that's it as far as the rubric and this week's assignment. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is Michael Bain.